You might have asked yourself at one point, who is the better sniper between Blot and Slayer? Well, in today's video, we compare these two heroes to decide which one is the better sniper. We will be looking at 6 main categories, and each hero may get a point for winning each category. Then, we shall determine which hero is better for the team or for playing alone. And here, each hero can get 2 points. And without wasting any time, let's get straight into the video. In terms of base health and armor, Blot has a health of 578 and an armor of 1560. Slayer has a health of 792 and an armor of 792 as well. Even though Blot has more armor, Slayer possesses more health and is less likely to get knocked out in one shot than Blot. This is because armor makes a small difference, so Slayer gets the point for this category. Looking at their best damage per shot, Slayer does more damage and has a higher armor penetration than Blot, so Slayer gets the point for this category. In terms of their aiming time and fire rate, Blot's gun aims faster and has a higher fire rate than Slayer's. Those figures are on your screen. So Blot gets the point for this category. Now, comparing their main abilities, Blot's main ability is a force field, which can block damage from most weapons, and also increases Blot's aimed range when he activates it. In addition, enemies get trapped when they touch this force field. Coincidentally, the only hero that can shoot through shields and force fields is Slayer. But that aside, Slayer's main ability is thermovision, and it allows him to shoot through walls and obstacles, while also increasing his piercing power at the same time. So for this category, I have to say thermovision is a much more dangerous ability than the force field. So Slayer gets the point in this category. And now, looking at their primary weapon range, this is how far their guns can shoot. In this category, Blot has a base primary weapon firing range of 400, while Slayer's range is 430. So Slayer gets the point in this category. And when we take a look at their secondary weapons, and by secondary weapons, I mean their other weapon, which is a pistol in this case, I believe it is common knowledge that Slayer's pistol is the best pistol in the game, simply because each shot blinds and disarms the enemy, making it easy for Slayer to keep doing damage without taking much damage in return. And that brings us to the end of the main categories. Now, let's decide which hero is better for the team and which hero is better for playing alone. Looking at which hero is better for the team, I would have to say Blot. This is because his force field has the ability to protect even an entire team of 5 players. So Blot gets the 2 points in this category. And then, if you're playing alone, I would still say that Blot is the better hero for you, simply because it's much easier to survive as Blot than as Slayer. Blot's force field offers him very good protection and can even be used to trap enemies if you know how to do that. So even for this category, Blot gets the 2 points. Now, the moment of truth. Let's add up all the points collected so far to find out which of these 2 heroes is the better sniper. And adding up all the points for each hero, Blot's total comes down to 5 points, and Slayer's total comes down to 5 points as well. So according to this comprehensive hero comparison, it's a tie between these 2 heroes. And with that said, this is my final verdict. Blot is much easier and safer to use than Slayer. So a lot of new players will use Blot more than they use Slayer. But even though Slayer requires more skill to use than Blot, once you master how to use him, he can be much more dangerous than Blot. So the choice between these 2 heroes depends on what the player prefers. But in most cases, very skilled players will tend to use Slayer instead of Blot, and those players who are looking for the easier hero to use will tend to use Blot over Slayer. If you enjoyed this video, here is a few others that you might like.
I just need to numb the pain for a minute. I just wanna run away on vacation. I don't know what